Hi, Collective. I got this great book on the TikTok shop, and I've used it in combination with my intuitive pull to bring to you a spirit animal reading today. The book is called 1001 Tarot Spreads, and it really does have tarot spreads for every single purpose in here. The spread that I chose is a 3-card spread, and I supplemented it with another 1-card pull to give you the overall essence of the reading. And I'm going to start this reading out with that essence. The card that I pulled is the 7 of Wands, and it comes with its own spirit animal on the card, which is a lion. But I've also intuitively picked my own spirit animal before diving into the reading for you for each card, and this one is the owl. Now remember, this is the overall essence of our reading, and the 7 of Wands symbolizes the spiritual warrior on the battlefield of life, being tested to do the right thing. This card puts you in the trenches of confrontation, forcing you to defend your honor and yourself. The lesson of the 7 of Wands is having confidence to stand by your truth with integrity, courage, and honor. This awakens your inner truth and your personal power. And it comes with the spirit animal on the card, the lion, which is the fiercest of all spirit animals, and it's associated with invincibility, self-confidence, and bravery. They assist you in having the courage to overcome your obstacles. They could also mean that something difficult to control is happening, and or you are experiencing emotions that are difficult to manage, such as anger or fear, either directed at someone else or toward you. And the animal that I intuitively picked was the owl, which reminds us that even in the darkness, there is always the light, which can be found by tapping into our creativity and our imagination. The owl represents sacred knowledge, wisdom, and silence. They're a symbol for intuition and insight, and they help us to see beyond illusion and deceit. They also symbolize vision, freedom, and independence. So the first card in your story here is the 5 of Pentacles, and it also comes with the spirit animal on the card, the wolf. But I have intuitively chosen the spirit animal, the snail. With the 5 of Pentacles, you've experienced financial loss, setbacks, and a lack of self-worth. Your worry about health, work, money, and or relationships have put you into survival mode. Your personal power has been drained. The energy you once had was depleted, and everything seemed much harder to deal with. Now remember, this is the distant past. The key to the 5 of Pentacles, which you've found, is regaining your faith, having courage to move through struggles into a place of hope and strength. You've found your self-worth, and you know that you were born to live an abundant spiritual and material life. This card really humbles you. You may have lost all of your material possessions. You might have become homeless. But whatever the loss was, the 5 of Pentacles has brought you a time for soul searching, and that's given you the opportunity to regain your faith and strength, which led you to a transformation and spiritual growth. This inner wealth brought you self-love and inner freedom, separate from the material desires. It really seems that sometimes spirit is the only tool that you possess, huh? The spirit of the wolf symbolizes the ability to navigate life with confidence and strength. They bring forth instinct, intelligence, and awareness of the importance of social connections. They can also represent the fear of being threatened and lack of trust. They remind us to pay attention to our intuition and the importance of embracing the positive and negative aspects in life, promoting balance. The snail spirit is one of determination, patience, balance, and negotiation. He is happy to step out of his comfort zone on his own terms and yet retracts to his shell at the drop of a hat. He will keep moving no matter what, and it is at quite a speed for his size. Nothing stops him. The Five of Cups is the next card that I've pulled for you, and it signifies the next phase in your life. This card really does represent emotional strength. It signals a time of deep loss and disappointment, but it also brings the opportunity to heal and transform pain into hope and promise. Whether it is a material loss of money, possessions, work, a person, or a relationship, or a non-material loss like aspirations, expectations, and opportunities, big or small, there's a part of you that has departed, bringing sorrow. Having the energy of the Five of Cups in your life allowed you to first acknowledge your loss, secondly, to locate the cause of the pain and embrace those emotions. You forgave yourself and others, you accepted the loss, and you began to heal, which allowed the Holy Spirit to fill your heart with light and empower your total being. The gift that comes with this card is the transformation of your perception, bringing renewal and seeing life in a whole new light. This card tells me that something that you held very dear to you left you, or that the expectations that you had did not unfold as you had hoped. You had disappointment in relationships, whether it was in love, with friends, or at work. These experiences left you feeling betrayed, alone, fragile, vulnerable, and depressed. But you took the time to reevaluate the situation and understand what created the disappointment. Possibly the choices or actions that you made or took were responsible for what you were experiencing, or what left you, or perhaps people or life brought that great injustice to you. For a while there, your focus just kept cycling back to this pain, which stunted the evolution of your emotional fulfillment. You were able to shift your perspective from the painful past experiences to embrace the two full cups of light, stability, love, and new beginnings. Those two full cups symbolize what is good and true in your life. You held on to those with dear life, and they contain the magical elixir of spiritual and emotional strength. You learned to trust your heart again. You transformed your pain into grief. This is called alchemy. Those were tough lessons that you had to learn, but it gave you a chance to emotionally cleanse, let go, and transform past patterns that led you to struggles and disappointment, shifting your perspective from despair to peace. The spirit animal that we find on this card is the butterfly, which symbolizes growth and transformation. They are seen as a symbol for higher consciousness and enlightenment, and they represent joy, grace, and perseverance. They are always linked to the positive, and they remind you to enjoy every moment of your existence. And the spirit animal that I intuitively picked for this card was the frog, which symbolizes the cycles of life, in particular, the rebirth stage. Its own journey through life, from tadpole to the adult state, reminds us of the many cycles of transformation and rebirth in our lives. And the last card in this tarot spread that I pulled is the Seven of Swords. And let me just say, the devil does not give up, does he? He wants you to struggle through inner conflict and frustration. He's leaving you more challenging situations where you have no control. It leaves you with a sense of futility and helplessness, presenting you with thoughts and actions that do not express your true self. And this unsettled energy is seeking an outlet to either create a negative consequence or to be transformed into a higher awareness. These events in your life have initiated a calling. You're going on an inner spiritual journey to understand your purpose and potential. This card signals an inner shift in consciousness, mentally and spiritually. Now it's time for you to pull within, focus on what needs to shift and change in your life, internally and externally. It's time for you to make the adjustments. Let go of outworn patterns and relationships, and then open up to the emerging new insights. You're on the verge of a breakthrough on a spiritual and mental level that's going to bring you clarity. The energy of the Seven of Swords is bringing you new thought patterns that challenge the old parts of yourself. This inner shift is causing you mental resistance and internal unrest. The transformation of the self has already begun. Acceptance and surrender to the change will allow you to unite with your new aspect, bringing heightened spiritual awareness. You also have the opportunity to regain your mental strength and inner intuitiveness to review challenges or conflicts in a new light, thus discovering creative solutions, freeing you from the struggle. Okay, so if your thoughts are scattered and you feel as though you're standing on shaky ground, there's going to be clarity to cut through the confusion and futility, guiding you through fear and limitations to a place of stability and balance. This is coming. These conflicts will soon dissipate into the light of spiritual wisdom and mental courage. The energy of this card is moving you to take the righteous path in the face of diversity. Whatever these obstacles that you face are, they require your mind to act in union with your heart. You're getting a time out to reflect on what is important to you. What dreams and desires do you want to put into action? When there's confusion, dig deep within before you act. You are living and creating your karma every day with your choices and actions.